Hey everyone. I don't know who's here yet, but just giving it a few minutes. Hi, Kano. So I guess we have to work on this, because this is a mess. For sure. Yes. It was funny, I was bouncing around between 238, 239, then I lost one again and went to 238, and now it's to 241, so hopefully it keeps going up and not down. So, yeah, we need to address this, because this is a mess still. It's a little better than what it was, but over here we still have a really huge backup. So we're definitely going to have to figure out this. Don't know what to do about it yet, but we'll figure it out. I was thinking maybe having the trucks come in from in here and come down this way and then enter over in this area instead of cutting across, and then making this only outlets. So that's a possibility, because then they would at least enter from this side and we'd only get the traffic that was coming from the train station back. So I don't know, it's a possibility. I don't know what your thoughts are. So I think we should get started. I know we have a huge residential demand as well. No, you didn't miss anything. I've been waiting, just trying to just see what we're going to do about this mess still, because this is a mess. It is traffic crazy right now. That is what I'm thinking. What I'm thinking is making this an outlet, just making this a one-way road for them to leave, and then they would have to go through the mountain this way and then enter from this side. And this way all the trucks would have to, any new trucks coming in would have to come in through here. So I mean, we could try that and see if that helps. I don't know what anybody else's thoughts would be, but I would have to cut out this road right here. I'd have to make this road either leave and then leave over here, so this would all be one way. So that is a possibility. Let's see. We can try it, and we could always go back later on if it doesn't work well. Let's take this one. Let's pause the game a second. So that would be leaving. We'd upgrade this one to leave. And cut this road off completely. And we would have to cut this one off. Otherwise, the trucks would probably try to come in from here. But this is only the fishing industry, so I think we can cut that off as well. And then maybe put some roads in, coming straight in from on this side and coming straight into here. Well, let's see. That's leaving. This is coming in. We'll wrap it around from here. And then we'll bring it in this way. So let's see what happens. I gotta change the direction once I do this. But this definitely may help. It may not. We'll see. And we'll do this one as well. Alright, let's start it up and see what we get. If it helps, it helps. If it doesn't, we could fix it again. We got plenty of money, so we got like 5 million. And this is actually going in the wrong direction. I want this coming down and over this way. That would be better. Let's check the traffic while we're here. So they're still taking this. I don't see any new trucks coming in yet. Oh, there they are. Alright, so we do have new trucks coming in. Let's see if they take these roads or do they go all the way around. So that one's going to that road. And okay, it seems like they're taking them. So that should ease this traffic over here. So that might have worked. We're still getting a few that are coming this way, but that's because I have no idea. They're just doing it because they want to. Although these went straight, so that's okay. But it did relieve the traffic a little bit. And we have a high residential demand. So I was thinking we could kind of fill out probably in here some more. And we don't have to worry about making a new residential area right away. We'll cut that off there. This is commercial here. We still got plenty of commercial here. So I think we'll just fill this in. And yeah, we'll go ahead and fill in this as well. And let's continue to fill in this. And let's check our traffic overall. I mean, overall, I think we're doing well. I don't think it's too bad. Over here, we're just getting a stop and go because there's two intersections really close to each other. The rest of the area is not too bad. Over here, we always get a lot. And here. But again, I think we're at, what are we, 92%? It's not bad. So, what do you guys want to do today? Besides filling in just demands. We have to get to, let me check our next milestone. Alright, we need 3,600 to get to the next milestone. And then we also open up a new area as well. You want to put some fences in the oil industry? That sounds like a plan. And also, didn't we level up the last... Uh-oh, we're having a little problem over here. Hold on. Yep, lights on. Let me just double check our lights really quick. Why? Now I just turned up the taxes. Hold on. There we go. So, I think there might be lights down here as well. Nope. Because they're in. That's okay. And that's okay. Alright, so we're good there. Also, our oil industry leveled up the last time. So we actually have the last bit that we need to put in. So let's take a look at what we have. So we have our maintenance buildings. We have the small. Do we have the large? Oh, these are the large, I believe. And then these are the large ones there. The offshore, we don't have water, so that's not going to help us. We do have the plants. I believe that's these right here. Do we have this plant? Is that them right there? No. I think we may need these guys. Nope, we have those there. But that's okay, we could add to it. The waste refinery. That we don't have. For sure we don't have these. So let's go ahead and put in a couple of these. And do we have this? I don't think so. This is a big boy. Let's put him in right there and right there. So I think we're quite filled out now. I think we have everything. We have the small, and I think this is the large right here. The crude cavern. Do we have this? Not too sure. It's the one thing I always mess up, is I don't remember what we end up putting in, but that would be that. That's the storage industry. I think we're good. I think this should be making us a good deal of money. We have the trucks moving around. I don't know where these guys are coming from. I think they're just looping around and coming back. And we have a garbage issue, which is not surprising to me. I always have garbage issues. So let's go ahead. We'll put some fencing in. So maybe we'll put some down on the end here. I'm just gonna turn off the snapping. It's pretty loud, to be honest. Hey Rob, how are you? And it's okay, it's fine, you don't have to say anything if you don't need to. Got it, King. We could actually extend some of these roads so they're not so... I mean, we have a lot of area to play with, even up here, if we wanted to. So it is a possibility that we could expand that, and they'll, you know, break this up a little bit. I don't know if we want to do that, but we'll see. I mean, they're moving and nobody's gridlocked right now. Take a look at what the fence looks like. So I'm open to more suggestions too. Make all the roads two-way, and then see where the traffic builds. That's a possibility. That's a good idea too. We could put like trees on up in here where it's not polluting. It'll fill up the area really nice. And yeah, I probably do have too many pumps. I probably don't have enough storage, and I probably could use a big warehouse for some of the stuff as well. Alright. Let me put in a couple more fences just to, like, especially around the house area here. What the heck am I doing? There we go. Let me just put in a little bit more of the fencing around this main house right here. Up in here. Like here. I like the spamming of trees. That's pretty good. Okay. Kind of do every other one. Okay, that'll work, I think. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and put in some trees over here. Well, let's get rid of some of these abandoned buildings. There we go. And let me just fill in a couple of more residents here. We do have a high demand for it. They might complain about the noise, but we'll see. Of the other buildings, one or two. Too many buildings. Alright, so I do have 2, 3. Let's see, we have 4 of these. We could probably delete a couple of these as well. These, I think we have 1, 2, 3, 4. And another one over here. Yeah, we don't need that one as well. Should look at the industry area detail stuff. Alright. Where is the... There's the industry details. It does look a bit empty, but we might have too much going on. And here's the info. So, I really don't know how to read this much. I just kind of balance it as best as I can. But I think we can leave it at this for now. This still has a huge amount of trucks. Like you said, looping around. Probably a better placement of the buildings would be better, so they don't have to keep looping around. Or we could actually have some come up and around and back down, which is another possibility. So we could actually, instead of them leaving, we could actually have them looping back in. Okay. So I'm thinking if we loop them back in this way as well, that might help with that, and then make this a two-way, as well as this one. These are two. No, that's two-way. So this way they can get back. One way, okay, I gotcha. So they are looping back around, but now we'll change these guys to just go in one direction. Let's see what we get over here. I think we'll leave that like that. Okay. So if we did a square roundabout, this would be our outside circle, say. And then we could come down again and then bring this across this way if we upgrade. And that'll be sort of our square. Over in here. So if that goes down, that goes that way, that goes up. This should probably go back in. So that should probably change direction. So it has a way to get back out. And then bring that up. Back in. Let's see how that works, because that seems to have definitely helped with the traffic. Actually, it is moving a lot better now. Yeah, I think that's looking pretty good. Let's go ahead and go to the trees. We really want those trees, so. Any particular trees, or I like these. I like these guys as well. Kind of fill in this area. Less junctions. Alright, I'll get to that. Let me just fill in some of these trees. Yeah, I'm going down. I started off on the top. I'm just moving away in here, and then maybe we'll use, I think, a couple of different trees in here. The main building is over in here. So we could add some trees in here. And we are getting robbed, but that's, you know, always the way in this thing. Maybe we'll put some nice big ones in here. Some of the trees stay green. I like the way they look, like the autumn colors. I like that. The orange and the yellow. Looks really nice. Could always put a few of these in here. I don't know, these kind of look out of place. They look really big. The end ones, the smaller ones are these. Those are pretty big too. Doo-doo. If I go too big on the square, I mean the circle, it definitely does not work as well. The other end, over in here. This is a little bit more polluting. I think we're getting the pollution from there. So I don't think over here is going to work. And then I think we could go over on this side. I like the darker ones too. Like these. I really like the Christmas looking tree. I think we're just going to place a whole bunch of them everywhere. Put some up in here. Hi, how are you? Is this your first time to one of my streams? The other trees? This one? Or this one? Or this one? It's late by you? I was gonna go on earlier. Oh, these are nice. I like these trees as well. I was gonna go on earlier, but I do not live alone, and it was quite noisy in my house before, so I could not stream earlier, so I'm sorry it's so late by you. Next one. This one. This one? The one I just put down. Here, wait, I'll show you. These are these ones, the green. And then these are these next to it. What time is it by you, Thomas? Nope. These? Ooh, it is late by you. See, here by me it's only 4:20 in the afternoon, so it's still early for me. None of them? Alright. Well, we tried. let's move away from the oil industry. What are you guys thinking over here? We could fill out some trees over here, though. I think this could use definitely some trees. Let's go ahead and fill this in a little bit nicer, too. Because we do have a nice area here. It would look better with trees. Although, the more trees I have, you gotta go. Alright, I will definitely try to stream earlier, except it's really hard sometimes for me to stream early. So, I'm sorry you have to go, so take care, though. Thank you for coming. So I'm just going to fill in some of this and over in this area. And I think even down in here a little. Just kind of fill in the area nice. So what do you guys want to do? We need residents for sure, and we have to get to 36 before we open up a new tile. So we can work with what we have, but we kind of finished filling out this. We do have these ends in here we could fill out. So we could finish, let's see, we could still fill out over here. And then we could definitely fill out in here. Just to get rid of some of that residential demand. We could even fill out in there. And over in here as well. This guy is complaining about the noise, probably from the energy maker over here. They always complain about that. Let's see. Yeah, well, it could be the park too. But, oh well, he'll have to deal. I wonder if we have medical down here, because I don't even know if we put medical. We have one way up there, but nothing over here. So maybe we'll just stick one right over in here. And another thing I was thinking, I don't think we put a lot of parks in. And I think we should for our land value. As you can see, we're a little low on the edges. So I'm thinking maybe putting a park here. And that definitely raised our land value there. Maybe a plaza over in here. And that definitely made everybody happy. Let's go check around the rest. Over here we definitely need some, because we are light on it over here. Maybe something, maybe a park or a little. Do we have to knock out 2 people? Probably. Well, if we go right now, let's see, maybe we'll go in the middle with a park. Maybe up in this corner. So that should help. Definitely. And yeah, we definitely need more over in here. Maybe we'll go for a dog park over in here, or maybe something even nicer, like a botanical garden. Right there. Okay, so that really made everybody happy. So that was good. So, any suggestions, guys, on what you want to do today? Because we kind of did the oil thing. We still need residents. I just don't know where we're going to go with the residents at the moment. I think I suggested that we tear down So if we came down maybe a level on this side and added some residents up in here, it might be cool. But any suggestions? Oh, you want... Oh, okay, I forgot about that. I will definitely do that. Alright, so let's see. Look, they don't even care about parks over here. Only the base games worry about parks, but because you want a plaza in here, we'll put a plaza. Let's see. Why don't we put one up in here? Maybe right in here? That'll make them happy. Yeah, it only works on the base game. When you work with industry, they don't really care too much about parks. Because here's our farm and nothing. Here's our forestry. They don't care. And industry doesn't really care. It's only base game that really wants the parks and stuff. But over here, I don't... What do we have over here? We just have some industry over here. Probably put a little plaza right in here. So that would help our industry over here. But it didn't really light up too much, so... Unique buildings. That is something we haven't really touched on. I don't think we used a lot of unique buildings just yet. I think we used the observation tower over here. And tourists, that is definitely... And we don't have a city center either, because we have no city hall or anything like that. So that is something we could definitely think about as well. Maybe down in here we could do even a city center, or maybe across from here. I'm not sure. But we definitely need a city center with a city hall and some office buildings, I think. And I think we have like a local registry and just some stuff like that. But we could use like a department store. We do have a mall, I believe, right here. Yeah, we have a mall here. But we could up in here, along this edge over here, put in some kind of shopping department store or shopping center. I think it would look cool maybe right here. It's not in the middle, so it's not gonna raise too many people. Although we could put it right in the middle of here, where our school and stuff is. Right down in here. Like that. Because I think that would make a good spot for the shopping center. But I do have a high residential demand. So we do need to find a place to put more residents. We kind of ran out of room over here. There's not a lot of spots left. There's a few, but probably add a few in here. Actually, I'll save this for a walking path, because that's something we haven't done. We could fill a little bit more in these areas over here. But we're definitely going to have to find another spot for some residents. We do have it quite spread out. Start with the bus station, the big train station, and build around an IT cluster and modern city center. The bus station and the big train station. Over here? Where is the bus station? Oh, down in here, maybe. Here's the bus station. And down in here, right? Is that what you mean, or up on the hill? Well, we could put a city center here and put the city hall right down in here. I think that would look pretty good. And then we could put some office buildings in. We don't have a huge area for residential. Over in here we have a much bigger area for residential. But we do have this big hill we have to kind of address and kind of smooth out if we want to put residents in. But we could do an IT cluster over in here, right by this train station. Let's just see. But I think we should change this over from the industry road and make it into regular road there. I hate these stupid things. They never click properly. I just changed the name. We could possibly even do it right down in here as well. And do some kind of IT cluster in here with like a modern city center in here. Anybody's thoughts? Nobody's chatty today, except Kane. Let's see. Let's take this down. We'll come over to here, and then I'll try to get this land leveled off a bit. Let's try to level some of this out a little. Might be too much. Well, I was going to put the modern city center in as well as the IT clusters. Not a whole bunch of IT clusters. We could always cut out some of that. But we definitely need a residential area, so I'm thinking we might be able to put it in down in here somewhere. I just need to level this off just a little bit, though. That's going to be too much, I think. I'm going to have to go on the slant. We'll see what we can do. I mean, we could definitely get residents to that point before they drop off. And I'm not really fond of this bend here. That should be a little better. That looks a lot better than it did. And then I think we'll just upgrade this. And we could do commercial in here a little bit. We'll do some of the IT around the edge. And then we'll put a little bit of residence in here. And I think that'll be fine. On the outskirts of this, we could even put some commercial. But let's go ahead and mark this up. So we'll put the IT cluster on it. And let's go ahead and pick Modern City Center. And yeah, let's go ahead and put in some roads and we'll see how it goes. I mean, Should we use the one with the trees or the green? Any suggestions? Let's do some curved. Make it a little more interesting. Do we want to leave a lot of space or no? I'm thinking not too much. We could come down, maybe come in by... we can overlap this a little. Or maybe come down one. Let's see how we get this. Something like that, maybe. Yes, you could do both. That's why that's why I made the big area like that. Maybe make that a dead end. And we'll come down by one. This one we'll take down to about there. And I think that's pretty good. I think we'll just leave that pretty much like that. And maybe we'll just come in there. Alright, so let's fill this out. Oh, let's go medium. We are going to have to add some schools and stuff as well. And we'll just take this off of here. So I think that looks pretty good. Let's start up the game. And let's go ahead and add a school in here. I think we'll use the modern looking one since it's the modern city center looking. We'll just put that in there. Must add a little park or a plaza. Don't have to have a full park because it is a small space. So maybe we'll just add something right in there. Actually, let's fill in a little bit of commercial. Just actually, we'll do the... Let's do a little IT. And then over on here, we'll add a little commercial there. And we have to add water. Alright, so let's come down over here. And that was not 460. Okay, we'll do it one more time since we're close, but we're not going to get it from this side. We'll have to go this way. There we go. So we need some more electricity. We're only working off of this fan here, so we're gonna have to go and pick it off of here. Let's just run this right to there for now until it fills out. There we go. So we do need more commercial. And I did put in some of the high density there, but I'm going to put low density down in here. And this should fill in, I think, pretty good. I think we'll put a little bit more residence on this side as well. I think we could fit in just a little bit. I don't think we need a lot. We do have a big drop off kind of here, so we do want to watch out for that. But other than that, I think we could put in just a nice little row or two, I think. Let's just come in from here and come in from here. And then we'll do some curves. Let's see, I just want to watch where we are. I think that'll work out well. It's a little bit of an edge there, and it dips down, but I think once we put the houses in, it'll be alright. I think we'll come from here. We'll just kind of bend something in. I don't like that. I think up here we're going to have to go in straight. Some kind of straightness. Let's see if we could bend it a little bit. That's fine. Maybe in here we'll have a little bit more like tighter houses. Alright, we'll do that. I think that'll be alright. Let's go ahead and put in just a little bit of a park. And anybody have any chat? They want to talk? Anything? I'm open up to any other suggestions. I don't mind. I know we don't have a high school or anything over here. There is one over here. I think there's even, what is that? I think this is one of our unique buildings we placed. Yeah, we put a department store there. So that's pretty cool. We do have more of a demand for commercial now than we did for residential. So I guess we'll continue filling that in. So we could fill in a little bit more of the IT. We don't have a huge demand for industrial, so it's not going to fill in too much, but I think that should be okay. And I guess we'll go ahead and fill out the rest of this with the green. We could do some high density. We could definitely do some high density. I could even do a little high density up in here. But it kind of, I should have probably did some high density in here. Because it probably would have looked a little better with residential. Kind of like a medium thing. I mean, we could change it over. I'm thinking, what do you think? Residence high density? Or commercial? Any suggestions? Because I will take this down and I will... Commercial. Okay. We could even do a little bit of commercial over in here as well. On the outskirts at least, so it doesn't bother anybody. Yeah, it's the modern city center for the commercial. You can put in low density or high density, I believe, on the modern city center. But that would definitely fill out the outside. Alright, let's go ahead and fill in this. Let's start about here. Yeah, I could definitely do that. I think it would have looked cool with a little bit of high density as well. Residential, but I think we can make it work. And then even back in here would work, I think. Could even add a little bit of something in here. I like the tall IT buildings. And we could definitely build into here a little. With another road or two of high density. I think I'll use regular roads in here though. Let me take off right in here. Actually, let's come in right here. And I think back in here we could actually put in like a residential area. Are we cutting into the train there a little? Nope, we're right on the edge there. Let's come back a little bit more. Let's come by one. I'll keep it off of there a little bit. And then back in here we could definitely put in some high density, even residential and commercial. And that will fill in that space a little bit. And then we got the train behind it. So I think that'll be alright. Let me just make sure that we're painted all the way through, because we're not. And that is why these did not come up big. There we go. And we got that over there. Alright, so now these will change over to the taller buildings. And then we'll put in Let's go ahead and put in some high density in here. And I think we'll come right to there. And then on this side, I think we'll put in some commercial. Now here they're going to complain unless I put in some ITs. But I don't know if I want to make these ITs because they will be huge. They'll be way too tall, I think. I'm not sure. We definitely need something between the residential and the commercial. Let's go see what our water supply is like, because it looks like we're running out of water. Yep. Alright, so where's our water? Right here. Let's see, that's not our water. I think we had water towers, because we didn't have... Yeah, there's our water there. There. I think we could put some back in here. Maybe behind the school here. Let's raise this water up a little bit. We don't have any pollution going on. Maybe something in here. And let's go ahead and put in our sewage. That we have going on right here. And this does not fit. I would like to put 2 in. Let's go ahead and put that right there. There we go. Alright, so our water should be good now. Yeah, our water's perfect now. And let's check our electric. We're good with electric. This is filling in. So maybe we will put the ITs in there a little bit. I'm not too worried about the different heights. And if you heard that noise, my dog just choked, but he's fine. Then I think we'll put in a few more residents here. And probably maybe right there. They're probably going to complain right here. Maybe we'll stop this right here. And we'll just put them on this side. Over here, I'm not sure I want this here. So I'm just going to take that off. As well as that. And we'll see what we get. The commercial's starting to fill in a little. The residential's filling in. And it'll start looking like a little mini city over here. And then if we want later on, we can maybe even open this tile. Move the train down a little bit. We have room to move the train pretty much wherever we want down in this corner. So maybe we could actually move the train down and make this almost like a bigger city down in here. So I don't know, it's something that we could leave open for an option. If you have any suggestions, let me know. But yeah, kind of let this grow out a little bit. Maybe we could even sneak a couple of roads back in here. And just build this up just a little bit. Maybe we'll go ahead and do that now. Let's see. What can we do with this? Kind of make this straight. Maybe put a little bit of lines of, let's pull this over just a little bit. And maybe do just a little bit. We have a high demand for commercial. I'm thinking maybe just a little bit of commercial down back in here. Although we do have that in the way. So let's see how our electric is spreading. We'll go this way. There we go. We'll cut this out. Yeah, that should be fine. And yeah, I think we'll just let this grow in. So anybody have any suggestions for anything else? Because I think I'm going to stop soon and get off. And I think we'll try to come up with a plan for next week about maybe expanding some of this high density. We are at 26,000 right now, about almost 27, and we have to get to 36 to open up a space. So I think that would be a good possibility to add in some extra down in there, either back here or open up this square over here and continue some high density over in that area. So what do you guys think? Okay, so I'm going to leave this episode off here. And thank you all for coming. I really appreciate it. And next week, I think we'll do a little bit more high density. And yeah, we'll figure out what we want to do from there. So, thank you. Bye.